I am Jake Zander, a recent university graduate, have a job with a decent salary, but recently, I received news from home that my mother was very ill and my family did not have enough money to pay for her hospital bills. So, I got another job doing deliveries at night in hopes to earn more money. It was 12 a.m. when I received a delivery for adult toys. The client left a remark saying that it was urgent, and they would give me tips if I managed to deliver the order within 10 minutes. This was the reason why I hurried to the address. It was a high-end, 5-star hotel. Just as I was about to knock on the door, I received a message on the delivery app: "You don't have to knock. The door is open. All you need to do is go in without saying anything." I did not think much about it and just went in, but the scene before me made my face burn red. A scantily dressed woman was kneeling on a red, heart-shaped bed. Her fair, long legs were covered by black stockings, and her long hair was loose. She had her back turned toward me, her lips moved, and she moaned in such a manner that I felt my heart race. Had never seen such an exciting image before, and I felt heat pool in my gut. The woman seemed to be restless from all the waiting, because she started moving her hips, as if she was extending an invite. "Honey, aren't you done yet? Come here. I can't wait anymore," she said coquettishly. I quickly looked around but found no one else in the room. Who was the person she was referring to? Had he gone out? My gut screamed at me that I should not stay here any longer, so I put down the bag and turned to leave, but at that moment, I received another message: "Don't say anything and bring her pleasure. You can use the toys in the bag. Once you're done, I'll give you $100,000 for it." $100,000? With that money, I would be able to pay for my mother's surgery right away. An internal battle waged within me. The client seemed to be worried that I would not believe them, since I received $1,000 and another message: "Your deposit." I gritted my teeth and decided to risk it all. I would only be satisfying this thirsty woman's desire, anyway. This could be considered as charity on my part. The woman might even be looking for excitement and just putting on an act. There was no time to think any further. The moans of the woman on the bed were making me unable to think straight. Her voice was getting louder, and she was writhing more and more. I could not resist, and the last thread of my rationality snapped. Opened the bag and brought out one of the toys to put in her. The woman had a curvaceous body that was almost perfect. As the toy teased her, she trembled, and her skin became covered in a thin sheen of sweat. I could not stop staring. Her cries made my body heat up. The veins on my hands popped up, and I went faster. Then, after a loud scream and some violent shaking, my arm became wet. This completed my task, so I grabbed a Kleenex and wiped my arm. As I watched the woman pant in a limp pile in bed, I felt a strange sensation in my heart. I was so hot, but I had no way to vent, and it was a horrible feeling. To make things worse, I had a beautiful woman lying in front of me and was free to do whatever I wanted with her. In truth, I was almost unable to control myself, but in order to not get into trouble and for my family to go through the crisis in peace, I decided to go to the bathroom to take care of my problem. After I got out of the hotel, I received a message telling me that I received $100,000. For a moment, I was immersed in the joy of getting the money and meeting a beautiful woman, got onto my e-bike and went home. The cold night breeze blew against my face and gradually cleared my muddled thoughts. There seemed to really be such things as free lunches, but the chances of running into them were not high. Once I calmed down, I searched through my phone for the last order and noted down the client's phone number, then went to our chat and screenshotted all of the messages they sent me. I also screenshotted the reward in order to prevent anything from happening in the future. After I saved all of the proof, I transferred the $100,000 to my family's account. Then, my mother recovered, and I stopped doing delivery work. I also forgot about the incident, but a few months later, I ran into the woman from that night again. Ever since I stopped my part-time job as a delivery boy, I started working hard at my full-time job. Not only did my work efficiency increase, my work achievements also piled up. In just a few months, I joined a new company and was offered twice my original salary, and my superior was Brooke Queen. He was a bespectacled man with an elegant demeanor. On the day I joined the company, I got his contact information. When I saw the string of familiar numbers, my heart skipped a beat. I in disbelief, I went to my photo gallery and opened the evidence I had saved on that day. It was really the same string of numbers. Y Boss was the client who ordered a delivery of adult toys that day. What shocked me even more was Brooke's secretary. I immediately recognized her. Brooke politely introduced us. "This is Jake Zander, the new supervisor of the department. Jake, this is Melody yonder, my secretary and wife." I stared at the woman before me. She was dressed in a professional suit and looked stunning. I was shocked, even though she wore an eye mask that day. The mole on her neck and the bracelet on her wrist allowed me to be sure that she was the woman from that night. I felt anxious, and puzzlement filled my heart. Melody did not seem to recognize me. She smiled and shook my hand as she called me in a friendly manner. Her sweet voice and gentle grip made my mind return to that exciting night. I gulped, and a strange feeling rose in my heart. I felt as if there was a feather tickling my heart. From the corner of my eye, I saw an odd smile on Brooke's face, and that strange feeling grew even stronger. Brooke's own wife served as his secretary, which was unusual. Fortunately, they did not seem to have recognized me and did not cause me trouble because of it, so I also pretended to know nothing. However, later on, Brooke started increasing my contact with Melody. When he asked me to bring him breakfast, he also asked me to bring breakfast for Melody. Whenever I had a project, he would ask Melody to help me. He would also often say that he was busy and ask me to send her home. I might have found it strange, but he gave me all of the good projects, so I could not say no. He was clearly trying to get me promoted. So, I just ignored all of what he did, but as he kept pushing me and Melody together, I inadvertently got closer to her point one day. I got a project and had to go on a business trip. While I was on my way to the airport, Brooke called me. "Hey, Jake, you have to do well on this project. If you succeed, you'll get a huge bonus." Haha. "Don't worry, Mr. Queen. I won't let you down." After exchanging pleasantries, he finally told me the true reason behind the call. In order to ensure greater efficiency, the company decided to send Melody along as my representative. She will also be recording the progress of the project. Brooke always used the company as an excuse to fulfill his personal wishes. I cursed him in my heart and changed my flight before going back to pick Melody up. When the plane landed, it was already 3 a.m. We only realized something was wrong when we arrived at the hotel the company booked for us. Since Melody joined at the last minute, the company did not reserve a room for her, and my room only had a queen-sized bed. The hotel was located in a rural area, so it was the only hotel of higher quality around. The others were motels, and we could not be sure that they were safe, but the hotel did not have other empty rooms for the night. Melody looked at me and asked helplessly, "What should we do, Jake?" I had no solution. I could only shake my head. "We have to meet our client tomorrow morning, and it's already late. We won't be able to find another suitable room. I have a queen-sized bed in my room. If you don't mind, why don't you sleep in my room for the night?" Melody bit her lip. She seemed to be troubled. She took her phone out and sent a few messages. I saw that she was messaging her husband, so she had to be asking for Brooke's opinion about this. No surprise. Brooke agreed to it and even comforted Melody by saying that I was an honest man. He told her not to worry and just bear with it for one night. After we went into the room, I freshened up a bit, and the fatigue from the trip crashed onto me. Sat down on the bed and brought out the melatonin I usually took before sleep.